Welcome to First Wing, a Fourth Wing podcast.
I'm Briana, and this is the start of my fourth wing journey.
And I'm Kendra, an experienced dragon writer here to help this first year. Just a quick note, this book contains explicit content, including swearing, sex, violence, and death, and so will this podcast. And these particular chapters do contain reference to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they're kind of mild in comparison.
So we left off on chapter 15 with the words, and all hell breaks loose. And Briana really freaked out, and me not able to tell her that it really isn't as bad as she thought it was going to be.
No. What a way to describe it when the next chapter is just like, people are kind of yelling at each other. It's just like,
they're shouting. I know, I was so like, wow, she really went to the extreme on her imagination.
It's an extreme line. But it kind of just fast forwarded past what happened the second she said it. Like, even this line, absolutely not, when General shouts, it is happening like 30 minutes later.
Yeah. It doesn't go over how they're all yelling at I mean, obviously, all hell broke loose was just everyone freaking out and going, oh my gosh, and can she do that? And probably yelling this, that, and the other thing, and, you know.
Yeah, but it just skipped that, so.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I didn't get to really say that we're going to be covering chapter 16 and 17 in this episode.
Yep.
But yeah, so starting with 16, it does have this little blurb in the top, which we, always go over. But it really is just saying that they don't know anything about how the dragons actually interact and how their hierarchy is and anything like that. And but it is said at one point, like it is said in this blurb, at the end of this blurb, that they don't understand why dragons only bonded with one rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of one dragon, multiple riders.
Yeah.
But this makes what is happening with her even more interesting. They're doing the opposite of better odds.
Yeah.
They're doing worse odds. They're 2 dragons, 1 rider, it's gonna be fine.
Even though riders are very delicate and die all the time.
And even if they don't die in battle, they're gonna die well before the dragon anyways.
Yeah.
So it's actually a crazy, risky move on this dragon who thinks that they will die the next time the rider dies. Wait, does he think that, or is it Xaden who says that? I think it might be Xaden who says that. But
Taryn never says it here.
Yeah, but maybe it'll be dampened by another dragon being bonded with her. I don't know. We don't know how it works.
We don't know how it works.
The bond, it's split between them, so it is kind of less strong, or it's double as strong. So,
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to mention that this little blurb is actually written by their teacher.
Yeah, this is not the first time, though, we've seen this, right?
It's the first time I've noted it.
Okay. Sorry. I'm pretty sure it's Field Guide to Dragonkind. I'm pretty sure we've read a couple blurbs of this.
There's been so many names and so many people that I'm finally deep enough into this book to be we know who that person is.
Yes.
Who wrote this.
Carrie. Yeah.
So anyways, that was just interesting and more proved my theory that she has read every single passage that is at the beginning of each of these chapters. She has personally, Violet has read them with her own eyes.
Okay.
So far, it's worked out.
I like it. So we have this, basically these generals are screaming at each other.
Yep.
Yeah. And, like you said, for the last half hour. So this is now a half an hour after all hell breaking loose.
Right.
She's getting her arms sewed up.
Right.
Sewed up? Yeah.
I forgot that the sword had went through her arm, through one end, out the other end of her arm. But then when I went back to reread it, because I was like, wait, did that happen? It actually said that because of her dragon scale armor once again protected her, because if not, it would have gone through her arm and into her ribs. Wow. And I was like, wow, that was a crazy blow.
Yeah.
Also, though, I can't quite figure out what they are fighting about here, although my exact point gets proven then 2 pages from now, but I was like, this doesn't seem like it's up to them. Does anyone know how to break a bond without just killing? What is their argument? It's do we kill her? Is that what they're arguing about? Because it's it seems like if it's done, it's done.
That's a good point. They have officially bonded, but maybe in the very beginning, because they mention it gets stronger as you go. So maybe it is weak enough, but has this ever happened before? No. So I don't think anybody knows what they're doing. I think they're just freaking out because it's never been done before.
Yeah, I know, but I just am even I, without reading further in this chapter where they literally say they can't do anything. It's up to the dragons. Even before that, I was like, this doesn't seem like they could do one single thing about this.
Yeah.
What is happening?
They seem to just want to yell at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just like to pretend that they're in control, which is basically what I think someone says later in this chapter. It's like the illusion of control.
Yeah. Well, she's getting sewn up, and Jack is also, so he's like arrived on an orange scorpion tail, and she says that he hasn't quit staring at Taryn across the field because he wanted Taryn.
He wanted Taryn, and Taryn didn't even show up to presentation, and yet comes and bonds with like this girl that he thinks is so weak. But
well, he doesn't even know that right here. He's staring at Taryn because I don't think he knows that she bonded yet. Right here, it's not until this conversation a little bit later, because he arrived afterwards. Like, he showed up after she already gave her names.
You're right.
And right now he's probably staring at him like, what the heck? What happened?
What's this dragon doing here? Like, this is the one I wanted. Wasn't even that presentation. Yeah,
I think it's not crazy. Until he says you later on or something. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Harry is helping her out here. I think she says that he's like got a million questions but isn't asking them, but you're almost wondering if he's hoping she'll just spit them out.
Yeah, it made, like, the way it was phrased, I was like, is he not allowed to ask those types of questions? Because we know
can't ask about the bondings, right?
Yeah, have we already learned that?
Well, that's what I don't know. I thought that we kind of got that idea from Dain.
Yeah, I thought when Dain was talking about that what he meant was that you can't share that knowledge with the cadets because they're not supposed to like go into the threshing knowing a lot about the bonding, I guess. But now that I'm saying that out loud, that doesn't really make sense. Maybe you just really aren't supposed to talk about your bond with your dragon with other people.
Maybe it's just one of those weird, like, just kind of like a manners thing where you just don't, it's not anybody's business and everybody knows that. It's like your bond with your dragon is so intimate that it's like asking about someone's sex life,
Well, they seem to not have a problem with that. But I see what you're saying. In polite society.
Yeah, so he's not asking anything, but I mean, he's right there helping her, checking on her, so he's hoping she's going to say something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's talking to her about like needing to focus on strength and stuff like that and writing and all that, and I guess she has a sprain, so he's mentioning it should heal before the challenges. So those are the sparring challenges.
It's her sprained ankle from tripping over that log.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot she sprained her ankle.
It did happen really quickly. She was like, I was running. I sprained my ankle. Yeah. Now I'm fighting.
And then she's fighting, so I forgot,
Yeah. I kind of didn't think about that there was... I don't know why I just thought that the challenges were only at the beginning. For no specific reason. But I was like, oh, there's going to be more challenges. And then I was like, well, do they get to use their powers? Like, if they're only fighting... Not like their signets. Or maybe. But I just mean, like... their speed and agility or whatever that they get from bonding, like in the future challenges, if they're fighting people who also have those powers, like would they be able to use it? Because I would feel like it'd be good practice.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah,
let's see if they tell us. Anyway, so she's refusing to get healed by Nolan. Like, she's willing to get like whatever patched up by what is it? He's I always mix this mender. So it's just refusing to get mended. She's willing to get healed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she basically points out that every eye is on her right now. Like, she just bonded 2 dragons. She can't afford to appear weak in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, all eyes would be on her probably even if she just bonded Taryn. Maybe not all eyes, but like at least 80% of the eyes. But then the other dragon makes it 100% of the eyes for sure.
It's funny. I don't know. You say Taryn as if there's 2 syllables.
I know. It's really hard not to because Taryn is like a real name and Taryn is hard to say.
Just kind of swallow the RN to just a little swallowed a little bit. Taryn.
Taryn.
Yeah, there you go. You'll get it eventually. She asks about her squad. We find out that Trina and oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. Tynan is not back. This is like maybe the last time I'll ever have to say his name because she points out that he's dead and
yep.
And that's that. But anyways, yeah, she says that he won't be coming and she's like feeling guilty about it. And then Taryn says that is not your kill to take credit for.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, I think this is him trying to make her feel better. But it also said that he growled like as if he's like, don't don't say that. I don't know.
I
I
thought
took
maybe
this
that if
as
she said, like, if she, like, told Carrie that she was the one who killed him, he would have been upset about that because he knows she's guilty. That's kind of the idea I got that. Like,
I
he
guess.
wants her not to, like, take it on as her responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell if this was him being like, "Don't you dare pretend like that was you," or if it was like, "Stop feeling guilty. That literally wasn't you," because his tone was kind of confusing.
Although at the same
But
time,
that's his
it
normal
should
tone.
be
So
like, like, yeah, you should have just killed him and you should be fine about it.
yeah, right. Like that is kind of what he
Like, you
thinks.
were going to die
Yeah.
otherwise. Yeah, I know. Jack is freaking out because his joint, whatever, needs surgery. And it's so funny because, like, the healer says that the weapon severed a couple ligaments. She did such a good job when she threw that knife at him. It literally cut through his ligaments. And then she looks him straight in the eye and smiles.
Yeah.
Go, Violet, go.
She did say she knew exactly where to throw a knife. So
Yeah,
that was awesome. I was just proud of her.
I know. And also, I love the fact that she reminds herself that he ran.
Yeah.
She's like, such a coward.
I know. I was like, she then says this to him in a minute. And I'm like, you need to never stop rubbing that in because that was the most cowardly move. He was like, kill her, and then ran. After
Totally.
one knife.
So he had a useless arm. She had a useless ankle. She's small.
There
Like,
was
what is he
three
doing?
of them.
There's three of them. He could have at least stood there and, like, cheered them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ran.
No, but we need Jack alive, obviously, because Taryn would have killed him if he
Oh,
stayed there. So,
Oh, yeah.
anyways.
Which would have been really satisfying. But
Yeah, we're not done with Jack.
no, I said that earlier. I was like, I would love to believe he died, but there's no way you're gonna build up this character this big and then kill them in like the threshing. So
Yeah. My goodness. Yeah. So, like you said, she literally said to him, like, Jack was, I guess, was coming towards her, and I don't know, the professor walked in front of her, but
Yeah.
he's saying, "Oh, you're hiding behind the professor," and she's like the one. She points out, like, "I'm not the one who ran."
yeah,
Meow, meow.
so funny. He
And this
deserves
is where Carrie tells Jack that she bonded the most powerful dragon, right?
Yep. And then he like shows disbelief.
Yeah, he's like, "You?" And she's like, "Me."
And then it says that like he has shock and envy and then fear. And I was like, yeah, learn some respect. Like,
Oh my goodness.
learn some respect. Doesn't last long, but
No, and for sure she doesn't even tell what happened. Like, she could totally just be like, "Oh, I mean, Jack just tried to kill a dragon." She doesn't do that. And she says, she says something like, "All the ones that need to know already know," or something like that.
yeah, like I'm kind of annoyed at her.
Me too. I'm like, just tell the professors. But she's also probably like, "I'm not going to be a tattletale."
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And she does tell some other people later, so it's not like she's keeping a complete secret. But yeah, maybe
Just
she
from
doesn't want to feel
authority.
like yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. I'm a little annoyed, but it was like whatever.
Yeah. You made some kind of note about the senior writers are back. Was that because those are the ones that were out, like, watching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the ones. I was just making sure I understood like what was happening. So my question was like
I never
those
even
ones.
noticed that line until you, pointed it out. But yeah, I'm assuming because we know that they said that their squad leaders and the wing leaders are going to be out there watching. So maybe with them coming back, it's also saying this is the end. So whoever hasn't come back is not bonded or something.
Yeah,
Too might
like
be the
it's
end.
officially over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it says anything about like how dark or light it is. Is the sun going down?
Yeah, it said it's getting.
Oh, it says it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I do believe they said something about sunset.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a full day.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. So she asks if anybody's ever bonded two dragons. I feel like that's a really dumb question to ask. She's Violet. She would know. She knows like literally everything. But
I mean, maybe she thinks there's stuff that's kept out of the books.
yeah, which could
Very
be.
much could be, especially if their plan is like, well, we have to kill her now. I'm pretty sure they would keep that under wraps. So,
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, and this is where he says like, yeah, you'd be the first, but I'm not sure why they're fighting about it. The decision won't be up to them. Which
Yeah.
I know they all know. They
Yeah.
all know it's not up to them.
I know, and I was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do they think they're gonna do? Genuinely.
Right. Yeah, because then he says, like, yeah, this is where he says they're maintaining the illusion of control. Or she's thinking that? No, he's saying that. But they're just waiting for the dragons to meet on it and talk about it because it's up to the dragons.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's the dragons that bonded her. It's not if it's not up to the humans to bond. Why would it be up to the humans? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense. But I was thinking here, like, oh, maybe my prediction from last week will still come true. Like, maybe the dragons will fight each other. But no, it just seemed like they probably went and just had, like, a civil conversation. Whatever.
They could have been yelling. We don't know.
Fine.
He does cut them. You know, they all get cut off at that point.
At least a halfway civil conversation. No one comes back with, like, scars, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Taryn says it's up to the Empyrean to decide. Is this the first time we hear? This is the first time we hear the word Empyrean.
Yes.
So now it tells you why it's called the Empyrean series.
Oh.
Oh, no. Did you not
I
notice
already
that?
forgot that it was called the Empyrean series. But when I read Empyrean, I did keep on thinking, I feel like this is the first time, but why does that word seem so familiar?
Yeah, it's not Fourth Wing series, even though our podcast is called the Fourth Wing Podcast. But that's okay.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, but I mean, whenever I hear people talk about it, they say, like, have you read Fourth Wing?
I know.
So.
Fourth Wing is the main name that it's known by.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is where you find out the Empyrean is leadership, and then Coda is a very large dragon, bigger than Taryn, which says a lot because we already discussed how big Taryn is.
Yep.
And he's General Melgren's dragon, and so when he goes by, everybody kind of falls in line, and all the dragons,
yeah,
and they take off to do their little talky talk.
Yeah. Oh, there's a line here that kind of confused me. Okay, so the line is, he growls low in his throat, turning those sinister eyes on me, and he is General Melgren's dragon. That's
Coda.
what he is. And then Taryn rumbles out his own growl, stepping forward some between his massive claws. And then she says, there's zero doubt I'm the subject of both disgruntled snarls. And anyway, so...
And then Darna says, yeah, they're talking about you.
Yeah. But this whole little thing made me wonder, like, do dragons not talk mind to mind? Do they have their own language? Are these growls them talking to each other? Or is it just, like, they're talking internally, but then they're also making these outward sounds?
Yeah, let's pay attention and see if we can figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, because earlier they talked about, like, the dragons muttering. Like, she was thinking, like, I think they might be muttering. And Taryn was like, yeah, they are. They can and they do. There's something that happens in the next chapter that does make me think they must have their own language that they speak out loud to each other.
Right.
So when we get to that, we'll discuss it further. But I always just kind of imagined they were talking to each other's minds. Not, like, the same way the bonding is. Like, I didn't think they could, like, read each other's whole entire lives, but just communicate through, like, telepathy or whatever. But now I'm not so sure, so.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, it wouldn't be any kind of spoiler if I say one way or the other, but I am just kind of like, I think so. I'm not really sure. Like, it's not important for me that I paid a lot of attention to it.
The only reason I think it's important is I think it's buck wild that no human has tried to learn the language.
Translate it.
If it's, like, a spoken language, couldn't you learn it?
Yeah, I don't know. So, and again, we have to see, like, because there's other things that will also give me other ideas later on. So we'll try to remember to kind of, like, look at that and point it out. The only thing is that right here, when Violet says, yeah, there's no doubt I'm the subject of both disgruntled snarls.
Yeah.
And Darna says, yep, we're talking about you. But yet there's no sound at all from Darna. So I don't really know. Like, is she, you know what I mean? Or is she just saying that because she wants to be part of the, you know,
conversation,
big boys, even though she didn't say anything.
Well, maybe it's a lot more like cats and dogs. How it's not really like a human could learn how to speak dog or speak cat, although you can be familiar enough with them to, like, know that they're upset or happy or whatever. But they communicate to each other in, like, a series of, like, ear flicks and tail flicks and, like, little sounds with their mouth. It's not like you could find, like, oh, this growl means this. It's like you have to have all the context of the body language and all this stuff.
Who knows? Or they're talking to each other mind to mind, and the growling is just like the aggressiveness is coming out while they're talking. We just don't know.
Yeah. No, we don't. And we might probably never will because they're dragons and they don't.
Yeah. And they're definitely not telling us.
Not telling us stuff like that.
So Taryn says, stay close to the wing leader until we return. It's so funny. That reminds me so
much.
You're
gonna say the thing.
I won't say it, Briana.
You say it because I have it in my notes. So let's see.
Okay, that
it's the same thing.
Reminds me so much of, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the name of from A Court of Thorns and Roses? The guy with the cloak. What's his name?
The Sigil,
Oh no.
I didn't write what his name was, so I forgot it too.
Come on, everybody knows. So that guy, and he says, stay with the High Lord, and she's like, okay, Tamlin, and everybody's like, no, not Tamlin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Anyways.
Whenever we talk about ACOTAR, it's probably spoilers. But but yeah,
that's like literally the same line, because he's like, stay close to the wing leader, and she's like, surely you mean the squad leader. Except for this time, we actually get an answer. He's like, no, that's not what I said. I meant wing leader.
I know, but this,
don't be an idiot.
It reminded me exactly of that. Stay with the High Lord. Stay with the High Lord. And then that happens later in the series too, where she captures him again, and he again says, stay with the High Lord, and then she's like, oh, now I know what you meant.
Gosh, why weren't you so much clearer before?
Yeah, honestly, that character is like an underrated, amazing character in that series.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's underrated though. If you follow the fandom, he's a fave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
in my own head, he was underrated till the end, and then I was like, oh my god, I love him so much.
Yeah, totally.
Anyways, exactly. We're not.
Okay, sorry, we're podcast. Not. No, we're not. Sorry, everybody. Anyways, okay, good. So here we are. They all flew off. He says stay with the wing leader, but the minute they all fly off, all the friends get to run towards each other and scream and shout and be excited that they're alive and they have dragons.
Yes.
Unless you're the 41 that don't have dragons. Sawyer, he bonded.
Yes, he did bond. I was so happy for him.
We're going to have to find out how to say these names. So Rhiannon has Fearge.
Yeah.
So we're going to butcher them right now. Maybe we should do a little research. Riddick has a brown sword tail, which I think it's Atrum.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry if I can't say Sawyer's name, because I've heard it out loud. Slizag? I don't know. So we'll do some homework. Yeah,
that's hard.
We'll do some homework and figure it out. Just so we can pronounce it right. I think these are all sort of Irish, Gaelic, Celtic, something in there. We'll have to look and see.
That's interesting. Yeah, they do kind of look like that, don't they?
Yeah, so here she actually tells... Well, okay, so she starts to tell them, like, that Taran killed Tienan, and that he was just about to say that he was trying to kill Indarna.
I know.
And then Dain says he tried what?
I was so mad that he interrupted them. Like, I was so mad. I was like, why would you interrupt her while she's in the middle of talking? That's just so rude. And also, like, was it on purpose? Like, for a second, I was like, is he, like, actually just the bad guy? Because the exact moment of cutoff was so the worst fucking timing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm suspicious. But then it just seemed like he's just being an idiot. So I'm like, okay, fine.
An overprotective jerk. Yeah, so he, like, pulls her to him.
I know, and I'm
she's holding on to him, though. She literally winds her arms around him and holds him.
Yeah, whatever. So they're friends and whatever. But I'm like, go find Xaden. Please go find Xaden. She doesn't. She doesn't.
How her views have changed as she's getting more and more irritated with Dain.
I know, but also your dragon, like, come on. Like, just listen. He just told you to stay with the wing leader, and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna go off with Dain. And he was like, no, I actually specified that I didn't mean Dain. She just doesn't care at all. I can't tell if I'm more mad at Dain or her in this.
Like, not in one bit. She doesn't care one bit.
No. Oh, God.
Dain is, like, worried about everything, and then tells her to come with him, which is why you're just complaining there.
Yep.
And then they go off into, like, a little shadowed area.
I know. When he was like, come with me, I was like scared. I was like, oh my god, don't go with him. Like, ask him any questions. Because she was like, oh, maybe it's like to go see my mom. And I was like, ask him any questions. You're trusting him too blindly. Like, I'm just like, I don't really think that he's actually, like, bad. But for a minute, I did. For a minute, I was, like, unsure. And I was like, is he going to lead her off somewhere? And, like, everything's going to go horribly? Oh my god, I was freaking out. Anyways, no, he's just being dumb.
And he takes her in shadows.
Yeah, I know. And I said, at least Xaden can listen.
Yeah. He's like, she's safe. She's in shadows. She's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so he's asking about what's happening, and he's like worried they're going to choose. And then he's like freaking out. I'd love to know what you were thinking here, because you figure it out later, but he's freaking out saying, you have to choose Indarna. You have to choose Indarna. And she's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Her saying, like, I'm not going to choose. I was like, great answer.
Yeah.
Because, well, I didn't know this at the time, but that they were cut off. But I was like, they would know instantly if you had a preference
For all we
for
know,
one of
they're
them.
listening and just not letting her connect. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I
or when
mean?
they come back, they would have access to what happened when they were gone, maybe, because
Oh,
they
I don't
do have
think
like,
that. I don't
oh,
think
but they
there's
do
any.
know everything about her in the past because the dragon says later, like, I saw how you did that challenge. I don't want a dagger in my leg. But he
Yeah, he
wasn't there for
did.
that. So
That's
that means
very true.
he has access to her past memories.
What?
Yeah.
Weird?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Weird? Wait. Wait, but could that just be because Zayden saw it?
That's my if you're assuming that dragons can pass pictures between each other,
Or
then
yeah, because he
yes.
said I saw.
Yep.
What? I don't know. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Either way.
Okay.
So, okay, I mean, here's the question. So the question is, do they get full access to all of
Every
your
single thought.
life and just kind of go through? I mean, that's an interesting
I
thought.
felt like Dain kind of hinted at that when he was saying there's no way
you can't hide anything once you're bonded.
Right.
But you think that
I felt like that included, like, if someone has intentions to do something bad, but were able to train their thoughts ahead of time, then they could trick the dragon. But I felt like he was saying, like, there's 0% chance you could ever trick a dragon because they have access to, like, everything.
Interesting.
But I don't know.
I don't know either now. You threw me off here. Okay, good. So what did you think here when he was like, "Oh my goodness, you have to choose this small dragon that you may never ride"?
I was like, this guy, like, I was like, I think I hate him just a little bit. Like, I was really mad at him.
Did you have any idea why did you make any thought about why he wouldn't want her to pick the largest dragon? Just wondering.
I hadn't guessed that this dragon was mates with Zayden's dragon.
No, I know you hadn't. I'm just wondering what you thought.
The reason was exactly what he said. You would never have to fight. Like, they would never make you fight in a unit.
Oh, to be safer.
Gives that reason.
Okay, you're right. He does give that reason.
Yeah.
But I think he's honestly giving I think he's honestly doing this because he knows.
Yeah. Because even then, I thought that was fucking stupid. Like, the reason he gave at the beginning, saying, like, oh, because then you would never have to join a squad and you could always just be, I don't know, doing nothing. Oh, be a professor. That's what he said. He said you could be a professor and be stationed here forever. And I was like, that's dumb. Like, when has she ever, this entire time, ever given you a hint that she didn't want to be a writer?
Or that she would want to be an instructor.
Yeah, I guess at the very beginning.
At the very beginning, yeah.
But I'm like, come on. Like, she kept on saying over and over again that she wants to do this. She wants to be a writer. Like, leave her alone.
I like how she's like searching for any reply that isn't fuck off.
I know. My answer was just say that.
Yeah.
Just say that. Just say fuck off.
Yeah, you could say that to Dain.
Yeah.
He's saying that, she won't be able to ride in Darna.
Yeah.
And she's saying that hasn't been tested yet.
Yeah.
But the physics don't match up.
Yeah, like, they do keep on saying, even Taryn says, well, you can't ride in Darna, like, why she wasn't there at the flight lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they're saying it so frequently makes me think there's going to be, like, the perfect moment that she's going to swoop in. And I feel like I said this last episode, but I feel more confident that, like, in battle, like, during something really intense, like, when the author pulls that ace out of their sleeve, because as a reader, you're like, I actually don't see how this person's gonna get out of this. Like, they're gonna die. And then you're like, oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. I feel like that thing one time is gonna be in Darna. And maybe she can't really, like, fly with her, but at least bear her weight enough to save her from dying at some point. So we'll see. She should just tell him, no, I don't trust you. And my dragon doesn't trust you either, because it said stay with Zayden. Oh, yeah. But then we find out, like, exactly why he says stay with Zayden. It wasn't really because that the dragon didn't trust Dain specifically.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. So, yeah, this is where the big reveal comes. It's like, they're a mated pair. Taryn and Sigale, the strongest bonded pair in centuries.
I know. And I was like, okay, I mean, was my guess wrong? Yes. But I did guess last episode that dragons have, like, soulmates or mates, or that they pair off in, like, this intense connection, basically. Because I was thinking maybe Taryn is, like, mated with with Indarna, because it seemed crazy for him to just, like, show up.
When you said that, I
know
such a reaction. I was like,
you're like, the little okay. But Anyways, it made sense enough, but also so does this. But I was like, oh, okay, so this is a thing that dragons have. And then I said, I bet Xaden did know that Terran would protect Darna, and that's why when he showed up and he said, I wouldn't do that if I were you, he was specifically being like, and when he said, like, I'm not the one you need to be scared of,
Yeah.
he was talking about Terran that entire time. That's what I believe based on this.
Yeah. Terran.
Right.
We're going to work on this.
Terran. Wow. It's
Stop
like I can't
trying
even
to
say
pronounce the R and the N so well. You got to kind of swallow them a little bit. Terran. There we go. Well, I mean, it's better. You're saying Xaden now and not, what was the other thing?
I think I was saying
Xander.
Yeah.
So we've made progress. Yeah, exactly what you said. Because it does say later in this chapter or somewhere, Xaden says that it was Sigale that sent for Terran to come. So he obviously knew, because he can talk to Sigale, that this was happening.
Yeah.
Like, she probably said, don't worry, I've sent backup,
I would love to believe that his dragon either, like, is a fan of Violet because of that little moment that they had at the very beginning when she very first met Sigale. That his dragon, Xaden's dragon, does like Violet. Or that Xaden asked...
like, save her.
Or that didn't ask, but just was thinking about how worried he was, and then like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, and then that's why his dragon stepped in, as well as liking this golden dragon.
Or it could all be for the golden dragon. They're just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Dragon.
I just not one of the options.
That wasn't an option. Okay, good.
No.
Yeah, so mated pairs, they can't be separated for long. She already knows this. She's not learning this. She knows this.
Yeah.
Like, their health diminishes, and they're always stationed together.
And I was so excited.
Did you think about the fact that he's a third year right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like something I guess forever ago. I was like, there's no way this is gonna be 3 books of her just like training.
Right.
Like, they're gonna be called into service early. And then I even thought, well, what? But hold on, if Xaden is like our main love interest and he just leaves at the end of this book, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So I was like, that's why they're probably gonna be called in early, because we can't just lose him as a character. That's ridiculous.
And then Dain becomes like, no.
Yeah, I would be like, what was the point of introducing him? Anyways.
So that we could long after him?
Yeah, okay. I guess. But I was like, okay, this, like, Dain is using this as a reason to stay away from Xaden, to be scared of Xaden. But I was like, this is the reason to stay with him. Like, it's like Dain is laying out every puzzle piece and then being like,
they don't go together.
None of these go together. But I was like, do you hear yourself?
No.
So that means if Violet dies, this would directly affect Xaden. And yet you think that Xaden's trying to kill her by doing this? Like, you're not making any sense.
So illogical.
You're not making any sense.
Totally.
Oh my god.
I mean, this is where he starts accusing him. He's like saying, Xaden.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. No, are you okay? Do you need a glass of water? Maybe a glass of wine?
So annoying. Yes, what does Dain say?
So this is where he basically is starting to accuse him. He's like, Xaden was there, right?
Oh my god. I know. I just was like, be for real. Like, yeah, he was there and saved her. Yeah. Oh my god. He's so annoying. He's so annoying. I don't know if I can ever get over this conversation. Like, this is like the turning point for me. I cannot.
Right. He's saying Xaden was there, you defended Darna, then Terran just shows up again, that's not saving Violet's life, okay? Uh-huh. And then he's saying, look what Xaden's done, which I would love to hear. I would love to hear what he's done.
Nothing!
No, I would love to hear what Dain thinks he's done. Like, what has he done? Gotten you bonded and connected to him? Because that's bad, because why, right? Other than
the fact that all these cadets are going to come after her now.
That's, yeah. Fine.
But he does know that, because he was a first year once. He knows that the unbonded riders are going to try to kill and rebond. Yeah. This is the thing that happens all the time.
I guess there's that, but at the same time, we just heard... Well, anyways, okay, fine. So Dain does get corrected here, and he does actually see his wrongness.
Yes.
Because right then we get... Please, do tell me what it is you think I've done.
Oh my god.
And then
I was like,
Xaden comes out of the shadows.
Jealous that Xaden's so hot. That's actually his whole problem. Because
Dain is really bi, and he thinks no.
No, he's jealous because he wishes he was as hot as
Okay, got
Zayden.
it. Sorry.
And that's why he has such a bias against him, because it looked, once he's done nothing. He's not threatened Violet's life a single time.
Well, no, he did. He threatened Violet's life when he moved her into his
But
wing, right? Because remember, everyone
Yes,
knew about it,
everyone-
quote, quote, even though we don't know how they all knew about it. We don't know if he said anything.
except for, I don't think he did.
I don't know.
Okay,
But
fine.
because I mean, they're saying that because now that he's her wing leader, he could do whatever he wants to her. I don't know.
Yeah, but if okay, even if that was true and that was the reason, then why has he not killed her?
Right, that's the whole point.
So
At this point, I mean,
pull it
Violet
together.
has finally realized.
I know.
Okay, we're getting there, but this is the first time she's realized after everything he's done to help her
He's like,
that he's not going to kill
Zayden is
her.
not going to kill me. And I was like, finally, thank you. It took you so long.
Oh, Dain does say what? Okay, so sorry. So yes, we kind of jumped a few paragraphs there, but like, first of all, she says how, her body reacts to him and loo la loo, woohoo.
Yep.
And I just love how she just can't deny her attraction.
Nope,
But
literally
Dain
cannot.
does answer the question. He thinks that Xaden manipulated Threshing, but again, what is he really saying there? It's still not complete.
No, it's not. Because even if he did, it genuinely seems like it would be for the best anyways.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's gotten a really powerful dragon. Maybe he's jealous of Violet. He's
I mean, at this point, you're starting to wonder, you know?
Yeah, he's not making any logical sense. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah. So this is where she's like, if Xaden was going to kill me, he would have not have waited this long to do so. This is where she starts looking at it and realizes that he's had every possible opportunity. He's never killed her. And then look what's happening. And now we're all connected. And she's like, yay, Xaden's not going to kill me.
Yeah. But I'm like, remember when he caught you all alone in the middle of the
Could have easily
night?
killed you.
And then you gave him a very valid reason to kill you by overhearing something that could get him killed.
Uh-huh.
And then he didn't kill you. That would have been the moment for any other person. Because he could have thrown her in the ravine and no one would have blinked a fucking eye. No one would have known it was him.
No.
No one would have known anything.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyways,
Crazy.
I'm so glad she got there, but
Yeah.
A little
Although at
tense.
this point, I don't know if she thinks he's not going to kill her because now they have bonded dragons, or if she just realized he really wasn't planning on it.
the thing is for a moment here, she seems to see clarity of
Yeah.
like, he actually was never gonna kill me.
She does. seem
But
to
then,
think
like,
that.
right after this, she's like, oh, it's only because of this. And I'm like,
Yes.
Violet, how did you take one step forward, two steps, or like, whatever. Maybe
No, totally.
3 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's like, you're
I
almost
don't know.
kind
I'm
of.
not sure if any steps were forward at all because she still thinks it's all because of the dragons.
I know. Anyways, yeah, that pissed
Okay,
me off
sorry.
too.
So they're Xaden's basically like, what are you accusing me of? And Dane's like, whatever, you manipulated Threshing. And he's like, did I see her outnumbered and already wounded? Did I think her bravery was as admirable as it was fucking reckless? And then literally one of my favorite lines from Xaden, there's so many favorite lines though, so I don't know if that's like whatever, is she says, I would do it again. And he's like, well, the fuck aware.
I know. And he loses his temper for the first time. Oh my gosh. Again, this is like, it's basically spelled out exactly like how he feels about her doing this. And yet she then thinks, even though she wasn't bonded yet, that it was all whatever, that it's all because of Taryn, that
You mean the bond? The
Yeah.
dragons? Yeah.
that's like the only reason why he's trying to keep her alive. And I'm like, did you not remember this thing that just happened a second
Right.
ago?
Yeah.
But also, to Dain, I was like, you guys are actually so clearly on the same side of wanting to keep Violet alive. Like, being mad at him for, like, breaking the rules could be on brand for you, but he stepped in when these guys were gonna try to kill her.
Yeah.
And
And even though he didn't do anything, I mean, he does say, did I see all this happen? You're asking the wrong question. What you should be asking is if Gale saw it too. And then you can
Yeah.
see Dane's kind of second guessing himself. And he's like, that's when they realized Gale called for Taryn. And Xaden says, yeah, she's never been a fan of bullies. but don't mistake it as an act of kindness towards you.
I know.
She's fond of the little dragon.
Uh,
Which is what I
I
was saying
know.
to you. And you're like,
I
that's
was
not an
like,
option.
maybe she likes Violet a little bit, though.
And then he says, unfortunately, Taryn chose you all on his own.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, is he saying that for real? Like, really unfortunately? Okay, if he is being honest here, is it unfortunate because now their lives are so tangled? Is it
Right.
unfortunate because now she has a big target on her back?
Yeah,
Like,
because one
what
thing we
is
have
the
to keep
unfortunate
remembering
part?
is that Xaden, and why Dain is so worried about Xaden, is that Xaden's father was the head of that whole movement,
Right.
and her mother is responsible for his death, per what they always say.
Yeah.
And so, like, that alone is just such an overpowering datum
Yeah.
that Dain can't see past that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dane's obviously also hearing from the aid of General Sorengale. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, too? So he's got some,
Definitely bias.
direct bias. Yes, a biasness. But I'm just saying why Dane still thinks he's trying to kill her this whole time,
Yeah.
And and Zayden's like, Sorengale's the last person on the continent I'd ever want to be chained to me. I didn't do this. I think he was just as surprised when she arrived on Taryn, because he knows Taryn came and saved the day, but that doesn't mean Taryn was going to bond with anything. He could have just like killed the cadets and said ciao and taken off, and she would have like had to go find a dragon,
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to look through, like, in my head, every time Xaden speaks, he is telling the truth and she's just interpreting it wrong. I have no proof of this, but it's what I like to believe, because if this is gonna happen the way I think it's going to happen, we're gonna look back on these things later and be like, that's why he said that. Otherwise, if he's just lying all the time, it's just not an interesting character. So
what do you think his reason is for this, her not wanting to be chained to Violet, or vice versa?
I think, like, this is based on a previous theory that the Separatists, their movement, was actually good.
Mm-hmm.
The right way of thinking, like, whatever it was, which we still don't know, which is driving me absolutely crazy.
Well, you don't know.
Yes. But whatever it is was right. And that Xaden and his crew are actually planning on continuing it. And that's his plan when he gets out, is to pursue this. And now fucking Violet, like, General Soriel's daughter is now attached to him, like, at the hip, and he knows he's going to be doing really risky things. Maybe he even knows he's going to die, or thinks it's very possible, and now he's putting her not only in danger, but also it's like having a spy. Like, I don't know if he 100% trusts her, and now it's like having a spy connected to him at all times. Either that, or maybe if the Separatists aren't right, maybe he's was really against whatever they were up to and is now trying to, I don't know. Or maybe he didn't like their methods but liked their message. I don't know if we're gonna find out that the Separatists are like fully actually the good guys, or if it's like, okay, they were kind of the bad guys, but like they had a good point or something. But I just think that he has plans for the future. Whatever was talked about with those guys when he found her in that corridor, when he was like, we're doing as much as we can. Whatever that is.
Oh,
whatever
right,
we're
yeah.
doing as much as we can is
Mm-hmm.
what he wants to do. And now he has like someone who just is on the opposite side of his goals, connected to like the government, who are the bad guys in this theory. Yeah, okay, I think I explained it all. That's why I think he's saying this. I think he's being honest, but it's not for the reason she thinks, because she's thinking like, because he thinks I'm weak, because this, whatever. But no, it's just like, no, like, you literally are the worst person to be involved in what I'm involved in, and now you will have to be involved, and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about it.
Right. I actually really love this line. After he says that, she says, ouch, it takes all the willpower in my body not to reach for my chest and make sure he didn't just rip my heart out from behind my ribs.
I know. I was like, that's really dramatic. It's so dramatic that I had to think, do humans mate in this world too? Because that is a dramatic response to him just being like, I wouldn't want to be chained to her.
I know. It's just so well written, though.
I know,
it's a good line.
It is well written.
Oh yeah, she even mentions here, he's the son of the great betrayer. His father was directly responsible for Brennan's death, so she's thinking the same kind of thing. Like, I mean, I don't want to be attached to this guy either, even though they're both completely obviously lying to themselves.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, she's worried about her heart being ripped out and she's then trying to anyways.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, so then we have this interesting part of the conversation where he's sort of like, would you have done anything to
Hmm.
Dain? And Dain's like, there's rules. And he's
I
like,
know, but I'm like, you already broke the rules. It's like he's forgotten that he's already broken
but
the
not
rules with
really
her.
important ones.
I guess. I
Not
guess he
really
has a
important. He
ranking.
hasn't really broken. I mean, I know I remember the exact ones we've talked about it,
Yeah,
but that's not like these really big important ones.
I
Um,
suppose. But I'm just like, that makes me almost more mad that
and
he's
not
willing
in a
to
way
break.
that anyone would have known.
Yeah. It's
But
all
see,
about public image. He's
yeah.
such a weasel.
So then she literally defends him. She's like, that's unfair to ask him and stuff. And then Zayden's like, yeah, no, you're going to answer my questions, squad leader.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dain says, yeah, that he wouldn't have done anything. And then why does she literally just said it's unfair to ask him, but then anyways.
I think she just didn't want to hear the answer.
She didn't want to
honestly.
hear the answer.
And now she was forced to. And I was like, Zayden literally says this in the next page, but I was like, Zayden wanted her to know this. Like he is not just bullying Dain because Dain's accusing him of all this. He's genuinely he wants her to know that Dain would have watched her die and never intervened.
Yeah, and he's already pointed out that Dain is holding her back. Like he's been trying to say that he's been communicating this,
Definitely.
Yeah, and Dane's like, oh, blah blah blah, it would have been horrible, and she's like, yeah, it's all right, and whatever. They're just full of shit. They're both of them are full of shit. And, and so then Xaden tells him to get back in formation, and then she's like, why would you do that to him? And then Xaden says, because you put too much faith in him, and knowing who to trust is the only thing that will keep you alive. Keep us alive, not only in the quadrant, but after graduation.
Yep. Yep, and I said, okay, so this is going to be his new excuse, but really, he loves her. So, but now he'll have a valid excuse to, in front of everyone, including Imogen, who actually gets involved, just straight up do whatever he can to protect her, and he could just hide behind this. Oh, I'm just protecting myself. Mm-hmm. Okay. Whatever you say.
That's so funny.
But also with her being like, there is no us, and I'm like, babe, there kind of is. Like, did you not
just read the last chapter?
They just said it.
Were you not paying attention to his book?
This is so funny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, she says there's no us, and he literally says, I think you'll find that's no longer the case.
Yeah. So before this, she is just like
generally bonded dragons, da 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 da. Yeah. So here he's explaining Terran's bonds are so powerful, right?
Mm-hmm.
The last writer nearly killed him, and which then almost killed Sagail, and we know if Sagail dies, so does Xaden, so it would just be a domino effect if Violet died.
Yeah.
It may not be the same way if Xaden dies. If Xaden dies, we don't know if Sagail has a strong bond. I mean, we don't know, right? Or we don't know, I don't know.
But maybe.
Well, but maybe. And we do know that then Terran would die, and then, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But no, no. Because, okay, here's the thing.
Tell us.
If this was really, really true, the honest, best, I'm the bad guy decision right now would be kill her right now. Because they've all said that their bonds aren't that strong in the beginning. Fucking Terran met her today. You're telling me if she died right now that Xaden would die? No. There's no way. There's no way that the bond is that powerful yet. So if he was actually bad and all of this and was just protecting himself and didn't care about her at all, that would be the smartest decision.
For him, if he was the bad guy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was thinking you were talking about some other bad guy, and I was like, well, there's Jack, but Jack doesn't give a crap about Xaden, so it wouldn't matter.
No. If Xaden was actually doing a self-preservating act, and that was his whole plan, is just I don't want to die, and I'm also evil, he would just be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm sorry about that.
He could just do it right there in the shadows.
Yeah. and maybe he would feel a little bit bad if he does, if what he said in the past is true, yeah, I don't kill you because it makes me feel better as a person to keep you alive. But at this point, he'd be like, well, it's me or you, so, that's the truth. But
yeah, because
his life is now tied
to someone who a lot of people think are weak, is a weak
Yeah.
person, although we don't really know if Xaden feels that way.
But even her not being weak, he has to know what target is on her back now. I mean, of course he does, because
Yeah.
he gets his friend to train her. He
Right.
knows that these guys are all going to be coming after her.
Yeah.
So it's like, wouldn't it be better to just do it now?
Yeah. It's true. It's very true. And she even points out, or the narrator points out here, that there's 36 of the unbonded standing there along with Orin. So Orin never bonded. I bet you he wished that he didn't run off with Jack and Tienan.
I know, and I said I think that Jack and Orin will work together to try to kill Violet. And then I'm gonna get my moment where Xaden saves her and fucks Jack up. Like for real. And maybe kills Orin just for the fun of it. Not the fun of it, he's not like a psychopath, but just like a little bit of the fun.
There will be some enjoyment, is what you're saying,
Yeah.
even if it's not fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now the dragons have arrived back, right? So now she can talk to them again. So she starts talking to them about, like, is it going to be all right? And they're like, don't worry.
Yeah.
And like, we can't tell you about what they said, although they basically do. But I mean, they basically tell you, they don't tell you what was discussed, but they basically tell you what the decision is. But
Well, yes. Well, they would have to tell her what the decision is, but
Yeah.
maybe I mean,
not
whatever.
as to why or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's happy that she wasn't the only one blocked here, because she was a little worried, like, oh wow, did they just block me? But
Yeah.
no humans can know what they were talking about. So they basically come back. Obviously, Coda relays the data to General Melgren. He goes and basically communicates that, like, okay, she's allowed to keep both of her dragons.
Yeah.
Basically, that's with all the words that he says, blah 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 blah. Dragons have their own laws. Yeah, that's the way it is.
Yeah, and they do say like there was no rules set in place for this because it just had never happened before. So that's
Yeah.
like they basically did get out on a technicality, which is just like, well, we can't say no because we've never written this law, because this has never happened before. You guys are crazy. We might have to write a law now, but you know what? Your grandfathered in.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You did it first. So, yeah. So that was announced, and everybody's like, okay, wow, little grumbling going on. But her mom steps up and starts talking too, but they don't tell us what she says.
No.
And
I like Violet just tunes her mom right out. She's like,
just
whatever.
like every daughter everywhere, right, Briana?
What?
They're told to, like, step forward. It's kind of cool. So everyone steps forward. I mean, I say it's kind of cool, but then she, like, literally feels like her back's on fire, and it's this whole agony thing. But then she finds out that she's been marked.
Yeah, did we already learn this?
I feel like that wasn't mentioned at all, which is just kind of weird, because you think that, like, all these other second and third years would be running around with marks.
Yeah, but then there's a line later that makes me think, like, maybe they don't really want it, like, they don't really want everyone to know where their mark is. I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
When we get to it. I was like, of course we know that the relics that the separatist kids have were from a dragon.
Yeah.
And that they're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every separatist has the same exact markings.
I don't know if we know that exactly, because we'll have to see when they describe it, because there's some.
I think
it's the same arm, or it's the same something.
It goes from, like, their wrist all the way up to their shoulder. So maybe it's not the same exact pattern, but it is, like, clear. Like, you could spot it from, and
you know it's
when
that
you see it,
yeah.
you're never going to confuse it for something else. So I guess that they might not look exactly the same, but yeah, I was like, well, I feel like they never mentioned this. This is such, like, it was just, like, threw me off. I was like, did we know this? Like, did Dain?
Well, it sounds like it's not
his.
It's never, like, on your face or know on your hand. So maybe it's just covered up all the time, because they mention. They mention, like, later where some of them are at, and it's not anywhere obvious each time. They have to, like, show. So yeah, this one is it sounds kind of cool. It sounds like it's like his silhouette, the black dragon silhouette, and then, or maybe it's just him I don't know. And then there's a silhouette of the shimmering golden one
in the middle.
Oh, but yeah, I guess I jumped a little bit. So, like, Dane's trying to see it and stuff like that, and he wants to look at it, but then he does look at it. And then Taryn says, tell the boy to move.
I know. I kind of loved that he called him boy. I was like, yes, just disrespect him. He deserves it.
Yeah, and then suddenly Taryn can show what he sees through his eyes, which is so cool.
This is so going to become plot relevant at some point.
No. It's not Taryn's eyes.
It's in Darna.
It's in Darna's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, this is going to be useful at some point, for sure. For sure it's going to be useful. But it was cool. It's definitely really cool they can do that.
Yeah. I think I missed the fact that it was in Darna's eyes before. Whatever. These are all these little details that sometimes when you read too fast, you don't notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. So she gets to see it through in Darna's eyes. And then she has her vision back. So Dain is once again trying to coddle her. It's like saying, I would do anything for you, you know. Oh gosh,
my
this is
God.
actually the worst part ever. I
It is
forgot
actually
right here.
the worst part ever. I wrote
I turned the
ew.
page and I was like, oh no, this is when he kisses her.
Yeah, and my first reaction was ew. Like, and I didn't even read when she was like, "Oh, I didn't feel anything." Just him, just like, and then he kissed me, and I was like, "Ew, no, this is bad."
Her first reaction was like, oh my gosh, yes. And then she
I
was like,
know.
it was gone in less than a heartbeat. She was like, no heat, no energy, no sharp slice of less, disappointment.
Yep. And I was like, you know what? Thank God.
I know.
Honestly, thank God, because I could not stand them being together at this point. Could not.
Listen, children, your childhood crushes do not always turn out okay.
No. Honestly,
They're not always
pretty
great people.
Pretty rarely, I feel like, because you just idealize it too much.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, yeah, actually, we're not really a good match.
Exactly.
Anyways, and then she said, I don't want it anymore. Because it was like, this is everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, she better tell him that.
Yeah.
Because I just was like, I don't want her to like lead him on and be like, well, maybe I'll feel it soon. And we kind of see what happens with that. But I was like, please tell him. Tell him right now. Tell him to get off. Anyways, whatever. So annoying.
Oh my gosh, that ends chapter 16. And did we just spend an hour talking about chapter 16?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's kind of sad, but that means we'll have to do another episode because chapter 17 is long. I know there's so much to happen in chapter 16. So much.
Know.
But chapter 17 has quite a bit as well.
But I don't think I had quite as many notes.
Oh yeah, no, you probably wouldn't at all.
I was just editing episode 6 of this podcast. And there was 2 things that I wanted to bring up. One is that Riddick picks her up in that chapter. Picks her up and swings her around. And I was like, okay.
So he's bigger, he's taller than her.
Well, we knew he was probably taller than her, but he picks her up and like swings her around.
I still think he's a lot bigger than, I think she changed his size.
Yeah, because I think
from the first,
being able to like pick her up and swing her around like he did in that chapter, I was like, And then the second thing is Riddick says to Tynan, listening to that sadistic ass is gonna get you killed. About listening to Jack. And it did.
Wow, Riddick is a prophet.
Yep. And then actually a third thing that I forgot to mention was also I was right. There was a theory that came true already from the past where I predicted that only one of her dragons was going to show up at presentation, and then the second one would show up at threshing.
Oh, that's right.
And that's what happened. So, yay me.
Look at you and your prediction.
I know. I actually can't believe I got that one right.
And you actually predicted both dragons.
Yeah. Well, I think I predicted that because I predicted both dragons, and we knew about the black dragon
not showing up.
Hadn't wanted to bond for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like kind of what prompted that theory. But still, it was pretty good. Pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my ending notes here on this chapter.
Yeah.
I again read most of this chapter out loud to my husband, and every time I read a line that Dain said, I just used a really mocking voice because I was so pissed at him. It was like when he said, like, "You have to know how I feel about you." I was like, "You have to know how I feel about you." So pissed at him. Anyways.
Poor Dain. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You have too much empathy for these people, and I just don't.
No, I mean, Dain is very annoying.
Yeah.
Right here, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, that was a lot of fun, and we have to end now, so thanks for listening.
Yes, and we will cover 17 and 18 next week.
Yes, we will. Okay, guys, join us next time, writers.
Bye.